This is Sixiron, my RuneScape-inspired solo Ironman character in Final Fantasy XI. What that means is no partying or trading with other players, and no use of the auction house or bazaars. Last episode, Sixiron journeyed to the Tavnesian safehold and defeated a Minotaur in the aqueducts. Their leader Prish had finally returned and gave Sixiron back the mysterious amulet that the trio of Tarutaru had stolen. An elder suggested that the dragon that Prish had seen at Cape Reverne could be Bahamut. And without wasting any time, Prish set off to go meet with Bahamut. But what she found was that the cape had been completely destroyed. She then recklessly examined some kind of spatial rift and immediately got sucked in. Inside the portal, Prish found the Tarutaru trio with Nongmolada. They had some very mean things to say about her. While Prish went to go find Bahamut, I did some exploring of my own and killed the Carmen Dobson flies to get a Jaeger ring and a Voyager Soleil. At the end of Cape Reverne, in the Monarch Lynn, it was Nongmolada that was talking to Bahamut. They mentioned something about the Kulu and a pact with the Worm King. But it wasn't long before trouble showed up in the form of an armored airship. The men on board tried to ensnare Bahamut with their magic. Prish managed to sneak up on one of them and release the Worm King, whose roar then transported everyone to distant lands. Prish and I both found ourselves just outside the city of Bastok. She had regained consciousness first, and at the sight of an airship, she dashed off towards the city, thinking that it was the one that had attacked us. After being put in a holding cell to calm down, Prish met with Sid before rushing off to the Tenshodo in Juneau. When I arrived at the Tenshodo to find her, Wolfgang showed up to place me under arrest. The charge was treason for helping the boy reach the mother crystals. Aldo stepped out to see what the commotion was about and told Wolfgang not to cause trouble for his guests. Wolfgang agreed to back down, but insisted that I turn myself in once I was done in the Tenshodo. Inside, I met with Prish for a brief moment before she, once again, ran off. At this point, I had no other choice but to turn myself in and prove my innocence. When I arrived, the Duke Vicarious, Eshanatarl, was speaking to Tenzin about the Mother Crystals. She wanted me to travel to another one, found deep in the Northlands. My task there was to lure the boy to the crystal and then capture him to prove that I was not working with him. Afterwards, I spoke to Tenzin, who mentioned the emptiness that was consuming the Far East, which was why he was speaking to the Duke Vicarious. Iroha then met up with us and explained to Tenzin what was going to happen in the future. Tenzin's resolve to protect our world spurred the stone that I got from Iroha, and it shined with a brilliant light. We agreed to meet in Port Juneau, but I had other things to go do. Another one of those Records of Eminence quests for gaining experience was coming up, and I wanted to make the most of it, so I started preparing. Before it started, I had to increase my level cap, and this self-proclaimed brown mage was going to help me do just that. Somehow. After surviving that onslaught of brown and Moogle magic, we needed the help of someone else to reach further heights. Matt's old sparring buddy, Deacon Hard. Unsure of how I was still alive, my level cap was now up to 90, ready for the next Gain EXP quest. I also wanted to try to upgrade my gear. I was still wearing stuff that I had gotten on the first day. I knew they would last me a while, but this was long enough. I farmed the Unity NM, bounding Belinda for a while, hoping to get her boots to replace my level 7 bounding boots. Unfortunately, I got just about everything else in her loot pool before I had to give up. The time to go level up was soon approaching, and with no other quick options, I bit the bullet and spent the 18 copper Amon vouchers I had to get some crew ore, the currency for Abyssia. At the Ma to Abyssia Kronstadt, I got a cutscene about the story boss of the zone. But we'll come back to that some other day. Inside, I bought a full set of the level 78 Aurora gear. This stuff would last me until 99. I put together a lock style and went on my way to Dengrif Wadi to level up. I got to level 90 and enough merit points for the next limit break quest in about 2 hours. The next character to be introduced to help break my limits even further was Atori Tutori. He seemed to know Matt very intimately. He cast a spell on me and then had me lay an egg? I don't really know what happened during this cutscene. But it seems like everything worked out. So now my level cap was 95. And then I immediately went back out and reached said cap. Now that Sixiron's thief had dual wield traits natively, and she had enough gil to fund sneak and invisible pots, her ninja subjob was losing value. So I finished leveling her warrior to 49, use that as her main sub-job. The final limit break quest involved a fight with Atori Tutori, much like the fight with Matt used to get past level 70. But with Atori, there's an item you can use that stuns him for 2.5 minutes, so it's a cakewalk. just like that, I could now level all the way to 99. Hey! You made it this far into the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you remember from last episode, I've been camping Jacintos and Lamina to get some rings, and I finally got them. Here's a bunch of clips of them dying repeatedly for bonus content. See you next time!